I cannot in good conscience recommend this surgery.
I'm going to have the surgery.
Your allegiance should be to the people of Port Charles, not to the local crime boss.
Jen Sidwell? That's your father, right?
Recent General Hospital spoilers promise explosive drama in Port Charles. In the upcoming days, tensions rise as Sonny Corinthos connects the dots. He identifies Marco as Jen's son while at his home. An uneasy introduction between Marco and Diane Miller stokes old rivalries. Meanwhile, a heated conflict erupts when Portia Robinson and Kai Taylor clash over a controversial procedure. Portia's blunt declaration sets off a chain reaction, with Kai adamantly insisting he will undergo the surgery despite Portia's objections. As this family feud unfolds, Laura Collins stumbles through a fraught press conference amid on-camera confrontations with Councilman Ezra Boyle, leaving the city's elite and media reeling. Over the next 3 weeks, fans can expect further twists. Molly Lansing Davis grapples with family turmoil, Sonny plans a major party, and the May sweeps period ushers in new romances and renewed betrayals. Rivalries intensify as Ava Jerome's power plays, and secret alliances form around courtrooms and hospital corridors. With relationships, loyalties, and long-held secrets all colliding, Port Charles is set for a roller coaster of emotion and suspense that promises to keep viewers on edge. Hello everyone, hello or welcome back to my channel. Sonny identifies Marco as Jen's son, Portia and Kai fight, and Laura stumbles at her press conference. Let's take a look at what fans might anticipate seeing over the following 5 days, as the next week of April 14th to 18th suggests some huge narrative twists. First of all, it appears like Portia Robinson and Kai Taylor, her daughter's new boyfriend, will have a serious argument. As Trina Robinson watches in horror, Portia states unequivocally in the opening of the preview that she cannot, in good faith, suggest this procedure. The scenario changes to Kai adamantly announcing that he will undergo this procedure after Portia makes this announcement. It appears that these three will be tense and dramatic, so how can Trina handle the divergent viewpoints of her mother and new beau? Kai is eager to resume playing football, but Portia's endorsement might be tainted by her affections for Drew Kane, who is also paying for Kai's surgery. The mayor of Port Charles, on the other side of town, will be occupied with her own drama. The trailer features a scene in which Drew Kane smiles while Councilman Ezra Boyle chastises Laura Collins. Curtis Ashford, Anna Devane, and Jordan Ashford, meanwhile, watch in horror. When Ezra says, "Your allegiance should be to the people of Port Charles, and not to the local crime boss," Laura doesn't appear particularly pleased. It appears that Laura is having a press conference because she has a microphone in front of her, and Ezra is probably saying all of this while the cameras are rolling and the media is there. Finally, Diane Miller and Sonny Corinthos are pictured at his house. Although the mob boss and his lawyer may have some business to discuss, Marco Rio's presence will not be very welcome. After all, when Natalia Ramirez revealed to Sonny last week that she was married to Jen Sidwell, she mentioned that Marco was the sole positive outcome of their union. It sounds like Diane would invite Marco to Sonny's house to introduce them, and even though they haven't met, Sonny is fully aware of who Marco is. When Sonny exclaims, "Jen Sidwell," Diane's shocked expression tells it all. "Isn't that your father?" Marco, meantime, doesn't appear particularly pleased that Sonny has connected the dots. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sonny is extremely wary of Jen's, and viewers can bet that he will feel even more threatened now that his son is working for his attorney. Since Sonny's world is devoid of coincidences, did Marco apply to work at the law office of Diane and Alexis Davis in order to monitor the mob boss's legal disputes and provide updates to his father? Next 3 weeks, Molly spins out, Sonny throws a party, and May sweeps begins. According to spoilers for the upcoming 3 weeks, from April 14th to May 2nd, Molly Lansing Davis will be agitated by family issues while Sonny Corinthos will host a party. There will be plenty for fans to anticipate, including the introduction of several new passion partners before to the start of the May sweeps. Ava Jerome, who will be a bit too arrogant about her power over Alexis Davis, will receive Rick Lansing's warning during the week of April 14th to 18th. Ava's plans to regain a portion of the Cassadine fortune may be derailed now that Alexis has made the decision to have Christina Corinthos Davis committed. It's possible that all of Ava's forecasts about breaking out of this bad habit will come to nothing. When Alexis puts Christina in a mental hospital, Molly will undoubtedly question what the hell is going on. Molly won't understand this because, in her opinion, Christina is doing far better. Molly may defend Christina and end up at odds with Alexis as a result, but it won't be long before Molly learns the true motivations behind their mother's actions. In the event that the truth comes to light, Alexis is working to keep Christina out of jail. Alexis will also try to minimize the harm to Christina and Molly's relationship when everything blows up by portraying Christina as unstable. Nevertheless, because her daughter will undoubtedly feel deceived, Alexis' conscience will trouble her when she decides to have Christina committed. Molly's inquiries and worries won't make Alexis feel any less guilty, for sure. As he helps Elizabeth Baldwin settle into her house after being released from the hospital, Lucky Spencer will continue to remain silent about what he knows. Jocelyn Jacks will then do her hardest to win over Professor Henry Dalton and persuade him that she is qualified for the role of research assistant. Jocelyn will be under pressure from Vaughn to finish this as soon as possible, but she might encounter some difficulties. He'll come up with a fresh scheme and cause more mayhem in Port Charles with Drew Kane. Even if Drew is turning into a serious threat to society, the show will continue to plot his unavoidable demise. Sonny will host Dante Falconeri's birthday party in the interim, but will this lovely occasion devolve into a violent nightmare? There's a probability that Dante will learn the truth about Brooke Lynn Quartermaine having his child when they were teenagers, because incidents like these frequently provide the setting for drama. Sasha Gilmore Corbin, who might end up on the hot seat due to her profitable but risky business deal with Jen Sidwell, will face Jason Morgan in a dramatic showdown elsewhere. Jordan Ashford will deliberately allow herself to be pulled further into Sidwell's twisted web throughout the week of April 21st to 25th. Will Sidwell get into trouble even though Jordan is preparing her for a takedown? Given that Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor will soon be hitting the sheets, they are also looking forward to some new passion. Marco Rios and Lucas Jones might soon also show signs of passion. Marco and Lucas' relationship will undoubtedly get closer, but Brad Cooper's jealousy and Marco's cunning father may be causing problems. Given that April is coming to an end, Lulu Spencer may reveal her actual sentiments to Dante during the week of April 28th to May 2nd. Since Maxie Jones previously disclosed that Lulu wanted him back after she went into a coma, Dante might also confess. Lulu is still the same, but will Dante need more time to process Sam McCall's passing before he can get back into a romantic relationship with her? Another issue is that Lulu remained silent after learning that Brooke Lynn had concealed a child from Dante. That can be another love obstacle because Dante would see it as a betrayal. In any event, the start of May sweeps will set the setting for some major surprises. There will be further preparations for the nurses' ball and mysteries will be revealed. Molly's silver lining. Carly worries about making a big mistake and Sonny is suspicious. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sonny Corinthos becomes suspicious as Carly Spencer fears making a major error. Additionally, Molly Lansing Davis will concentrate on the bright side, but there will be a lot more drama in the future. Ava Jerome will inform Rick Lansing on her chat with Alexis Davis at GH. Rick will caution against presuming the agreement is finalized if he finds out that Alexis hasn't yet given in to Ava's demands. However, Ava will be certain that Alexis would provide the Cassadine money for Christina Corinthos Davis' benefit. According to Ava, it's the only way Alexis can keep her daughter out of jail and maintain Christina's relationship with Molly. But since Alexis is following Diane Miller's advice to have Christina committed, viewers are aware that she has made a different decision. Christina is in for a nasty surprise because Diane has already started drafting the paperwork. Meanwhile, when Christina talks to Molly, she will appear just as guilty as ever. Molly will likely mention that Christina feels like her sister again as she considers the one positive outcome of Rick's wreck. Although Christina and Molly have mended their sibling relationship, it could fall apart again if Molly discovers that Christina attempted to destroy Ava's automobile by cutting the brakes on Rick's. Molly will eventually experience that shock, but when she learns that Alexis is having Christina committed, she will experience another one. Christina will undoubtedly lose it, and Molly will be wondering why Alexis is acting so out of character. Trina Robinson will next question Portia Robinson regarding Kai Taylor's innovative process and whether it is actually safe for him to move forward. Trina will still be anxious about the dangers and whatever Drew Kane may be doing, even though Portia believes it's a fantastic choice for Kai. Sonny will learn some information that makes him suspicious after he talks to Laura Collins. Sonny will be concerned now that Laura is forward with the Esplanade referendum. Laura is simply negotiating a difficult situation with Ezra Boyle, but Sonny will question whether someone is attempting to sway her against him. Laura feels compelled to subject the proposed Esplanade location to a public vote, even though she doesn't want anything changed. According to additional General Hospital teasers, Carly will become anxious when she tells Jack Brennan about her encounter with Willow Corinthos. Given that Willow has influential Congressman Kane and all of his connections on her side, it appears like Carly may reconsider her decision to offend Willow. Carly will worry about the cost to Michael Corinthos because she fears that she may have just given Willow a custody victory. Brennan will be there to reassure Carly that there is yet hope. Willow will face comparable anxieties regarding the custody dispute across town, particularly in light of Carly's threat to remove the children for Michael's benefit. Willow will make a big decision that will impact her future after confiding in Nina Reeves about how shaken she is. Will Willow change her mind about living with Drew, at least for the time being? Is it possible that Willow may use a restraining order or some other extreme means of retaliation against Carly? Fans of GH may anticipate that Nina will support Willow through everything, but later on, their mother-daughter bond will be tested. Emma thinks there may be a scandalous affair after Jocelyn's Professor Dalton mission failed, indicate that Jocelyn Jax's attempt to contact Professor Henry Dalton might not succeed. Will Emma Scorpio Drake misinterpret Jocelyn's intentions and infer a scandalous affair? Since she was thrust into Professor Dalton's environmental physics class very late in the semester, Jocelyn is faced with a challenging assignment. Jocelyn has been told by Vaughn to get close to Professor Dalton and persuade him to hire her as a research assistant. Jocelyn is aware that she will have to catch up in this class and that there must be other candidates vying for Professor Dalton's position as research assistant. According to previews, Jocelyn must therefore go above and above in order to win Professor Dalton over. It's likely that Professor Dalton won't be overly impressed at first. Jocelyn may fail in her initial attempts to gain Professor Dalton's favor, but eventually she should succeed. But after Jocelyn is discussing how much she wants this research assistant position and fawning over his brilliance, we have to wonder if Professor Dalton could be making some incorrect assumptions. It's possible that Professor Dalton believes Jocelyn is more eager to get into his bed than to assist with studies. If Jocelyn is at a loss for ways to attract Professor Dalton's attention, she can give him the impression that she is seducing him. Things might go in a very predatory direction and put Jocelyn in a difficult situation. If Professor Dalton decides to have sex with Jocelyn, she won't want to ruin her purpose, but she also won't want to sleep with him. Emma will undoubtedly see Jocelyn enrolling in this class out of the blue and then latching onto Professor Dalton because she is also enrolled in it. Emma might begin to believe that Jocelyn and Professor are having an affair, or at the very least, she would believe that things are moving in their way. Emma confronting Jocelyn and attempting to caution her that this is not a good idea is a plausible scenario. Emma isn't the kind to just let things go, even though Jocelyn may seem as though nothing is wrong and encourage her to butt out. Emma might eventually be able to follow Jocelyn and see her engage with Vaughn, her handler. If Emma overhears Jocelyn and discovers she is on a covert operation for the WSB, her cover could be exposed. Will an even more startling revelation result from Emma's suspicions of an affair? Jocelyn will keep making bold assumptions about her work, but Emma might surprise her by providing her with some shocking information. Smash that like button if you love General Hospital drama. Subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss a crazy update.